Yo, what's up? Deacon de Vries here, and today I'm gonna show you how you can make this reverby rumbling low end that you hear in so many techno tracks. So first let me show you what they sound like. So for this example I made two racks, one with the convolution reverb and one with a hybrid reverb. Both of these racks I will share them with you in the description. You can just download them for free. So let's start first with the kick drum. It's better to use a short kick drum like I have in this example, as you can hear. So that will work best with the rack. So I put a drum bus after that just to give it some compression and give it some distortion and a little bit of the transient, and then it goes into the rack. So let's open up the rack and see what's inside. For this rack I use an FX rack. In the FX rack you can put another chain, so just right click and then create chain. One is dry with no plugins on it and one is wet, and there are all the plugins on. So the first plugin that you see in this chain is the reverb. Like I said, in this one it's the convolution reverb, this one, and in this rack it's the hybrid reverb. So the hybrid reverb, the first thing I did is selecting this drop down menu, and then you have different options: serial, parallel, algorithm and convolution. So I choose convolution, it sounds the best. And then I put the decay on 953 milliseconds and the size on 300%. And in the drop down menu I choose chambers and large rooms. And then I took the digital rich chamber. And the dry wet is completely up. And the vintage mode is old. And then in the EQ settings, I put it on 101 Hertz and I boost it in 12 dBs, the low shelf. And that's the only thing I did with the reverb. The rest of the plugins are completely the same in all the racks. So I'm first gonna show you what I did with convolution reverb. The convolution reverb, I didn't do anything with the EQ, so that's completely out. I put the decay on 59.3%, the size on the 100%, no pre-delay, and I chosen the real places in German opera house, and I put the dry wet up 100%, and that's basically it. Try also different convolution IRs out, because all of them have different tastes, different feelings. So just play around with that and find what works best for you. So next up is the auto filter. So in the auto filter I mapped the filter frequency to the high cut, and the drive I mapped that to the drive. In the drop down menu I chosen PRD. It's a smoother version. You can try out other, but this works for me the best. And I had a little boost of 31% on the resonance. and I put it on 24. Okay, the next step is going to be the EQ8. So first of all, I have a low cut here, just to keep control over the low end. And I map the frequency of the low cut to the low cut. The second one is a high shelf, just to boost the low end. And I mapped the gain to the sub boost. And then for the third one, I have a high shelf. I map the gain to the high shelf over here. And that is just to get a little bit more control over the high end. And then the last one is just an high cut. So the next one is the compressor. The compressor, I only use it for side chaining. I have a dedicated channel here with a 909 clap on it that will trigger the sidechain of the compressor. And then I mapped the release to the sidechain release, and I mapped the threshold to the sidechain amount to make space for the kick. And that's the only thing I did with this rack. So the link will be in the description. You can download it for free, and let me know what you think. Give me a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.